Hello, and thank you for joining us for Trivia Tuesday. This trivia is not so trivial, but we hope to boost your human rights IQ. Each week, we will release a new video with 10 questions and answers. Just go through the questions and see how much you know. You might learn a thing or two. Enough with the intro, let's get started. Question 1. Which of the following is an offered extracurricular activity at the Sanku Palabari Community School? A. Poetry, B. Art, C. Music, or D. All of the above? The answer is D. All of the above. Other extracurriculars include Nepali dance, speech, and sports. True or false? More than half of the students at the Sanku Palabari Community School are girls. The answer for this question is true. Question 3. About 1 of every 6 American women has been the victim of rape or attempted rape in their lifetimes. Native American and Alaskan Native women experience rape or attempted rape at what rate compared to non-Native women? A. 1.5 times, B. 2 times greater, C. 2.5 times greater, or D. 3 times greater? The correct answer is D. 3 times greater. Question 4. Survivors of sex trafficking are often convicted of crimes due to control by a trafficker or the precarious circumstances that come with sex trafficking. These convictions may disproportionately deprive them of certain rights, such as the right to vote. In how many U.S. states do persons with felony convictions lose the right to vote for some period of time? A. 10 states, B. 22 states, C. 31 states, or D. 44 states? The answer is B. 22 states. Question 5. From January 1st, 2020 until August 1st, 2020, how many intimate partner homicides took place in Minnesota? A. 5, B. 23, C. 14, or D. 8? The answer is C. 14. Question 6. The Violence Against Women Act is an act created to focus on the federal response to domestic violence, sexual assault, dating violence, and stalking. When was the original bill passed? A. 1973, B. 1993, C. 2006, or D. 2011? The answer is B. 1993. Question 7. The 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees the right to vote for women. What year was it ratified? A. 1890, B. 1900, C. 1910, or D. 1920? The correct answer is D. 1920. The 19th Amendment was ratified on August 18, 1920, 100 years ago. Question 8. In 1848, women's rights activists such as Elizabeth Cady Stanton organized the first Women's Rights Convention. In which New York City was the convention held? A. Seneca Falls, B. Syracuse, C. Albany, or D. New York City? The correct answer is A. Seneca Falls. Today, the convention is more commonly referred to as the Seneca Falls Convention. Question 9. True or false? Susan B. Anthony attended the Seneca Falls Convention. The answer is false. And the final question. Ida B. Wells Barnett was a prominent civil and women's rights activist in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. One of her greatest achievements was founding the first black suffrage club in Chicago. What was it called? A. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, B. National American Women's Suffrage Association, C. Alpha Suffrage Club, or D. The National Association of Colored Women's Club? The correct answer is C. Alpha Suffrage Club. That was our final question. We hope you boosted your human rights IQ. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you next week.